What's happening? Ah, there we are. You guys can see this, right? Okay, cool. We clicked this one and now we're there. Okay, cool. What's happening? Market's down a little bit, selling off a little bit. Uh, I'm in a pickle with a short position, but we're gonna hang in there. Not concerned. But let me go through the positions. I'm trimming like mad my longs, and then I'm shorting things actually, or trying to go more short. So I trimmed. You guys can compare these from. My members get this live, but if you want to tag along without being financial or trading advice, go check out Wednesday positions where I post on the community page, and then you can compare it to Monday, Wednesday, the last Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday I post it. So I'm still long 30 AAPU, which is 2x ETF of Apple, 25 calls, cost of 85 cents. They're about 80 cents, so we're keeping those. I am short 10 fuel cell puts, August 6 puts, and I'm long 90 October fuel cell calls, $5 calls, in the money now, 526. Okay, here's the first headache, although not a huge headache yet, but it's a headache. I'm shorting Joby Aviation. I'm shorting the shares. This is a very risky thing that I do, so don't do it. I know what I'm doing. Short 2,500 shares at $16, but then I sold options. As you guys can see, they're expiring worthless today, increased my cost basis. This is the bubble of all bubbles. I will keep shorting this, so we'll see. I'm short 5,000 shares of Lithium Corp. LAC is the symbol. Cost of $333. It's about $320. But I bought it yesterday. I sold calls against it that are expiring today, which is good. Lower my cost basis to about 320 range, which is fine. Here's another one. I'm short 2,200 shares of SoFi. Now it's going to be pretty tight. I'm short also today's expiration, 21 and a half calls. Stock is 21.48. We're right at it. So I have many choices. We'll see what I do at the end of the day. I trimmed this position quite a lot as well. So go compare it, the sizes, right, to where it's going. I actually want to be net short coming this next week. I'm never net short or 100% short or 100% long, but I try to keep it a balance. But then by trimming the longs, you're just increasing your short exposure. So on this one, they go out to September 19th, September expiration. On SoundHound, SOUN is the symbol. I am short 10. I was short like 30. Now I'm short 10 of the 13 puts, and I am long 10. I was long like 40 or 35. Now I'm only long 10 of the September 15 calls. So that's called a synthetic. Instead of buying the stock, you do this. You short puts, buy calls. You turbocharge the upside, and that's where we are. And last but not least, TSSI Inc. Actually, I trimmed the calls today, the long side of the calls, but the position is, again, a synthetic, but with a call debit spread, as opposed to a synthetic with short puts, long calls. So what I did is I sold on TSSI 15 of the August 20 puts at $2.61. They're about $2, so that's good. But with that money, some of that money, about a third of that money, I went and bought a call debit spread. 22 and a half calls I bought and sold the 30 calls. Now, this morning, I bought the calls about 255. This morning, I sold a third of it at 3. I will sell some more. So I will take the profits on the long call end. And then what I ultimately will end up leaving is short puts, short calls with a window of 10, meaning short to 20 puts, short to 30 calls. That's called a short strangle. And then we wait for time decay to take care of it. As long as the stock stays between 20 and 30, I'm good. In fact, I'm better than good, because I took in 261 on the puts, and I took in almost $1 on the calls, on the 30 calls. So if you add 261 and 1 is 361. Would I like to be short TSSI at 33 and change? Absolutely, because I had shorted it before. And would I like to be long TSSI at 16 and a half? Absolutely, when August comes. So whichever. But if none of it happens, if it stays between 20 and 30, both sides expire worthless. I collect the premium. So you start something as a synthetic, but you end up with a short strangle. That's why when you leg in, leg out, these things are possible to do. And if you have education, and if you know how to do it, if you've taken enough, the right size, right risk management, it's all yours. You can do it. Fuel cells taken off. Wonderful. I don't know what just happened. It's 5:37. I'm long 90 calls on that thing at $1. Okay. Okay, let's get to the front. Let's answer some questions and go to the charts. Yes, sir. That's where we are. MACD rolling over. Yeah, I'll look at it. I guess so. I'm tight. I mean, I got to watch it all the way to the end. It looks like, because they're right at my strike, right? If it's right at my strike, I'll probably roll it, but I will talk about that. Macro, didn't you just listen to what I said? Market's always going to go up. Stonks only go up because we keep printing. They will never go down. They can't afford to let it go down. They just can't. They kick the can down the road. We just print more, add it to the debt. And that chases return. And that goes to the stocks, that goes to gold, that goes to real estate, that goes to hard assets. You're young. Figure it out, bro. I know you have figured it out. You used to be my member. What happened? You quit being my member? I should block you. No, I'm kidding. I love you, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Melt up, melt down. And in fact, now the government's asking, or President Trump is asking, for a 250 basis point interest rate cut. Then it will have a melt up. Yeah. All asset class. Bitcoin will go to 200, gold will go to 4,000, stocks will go to wherever they're going to go. But the point I'm trying to make is they can't pull the chair out of musical chairs now. They can't pull one of the chairs. You just can't do it. You just can't. So they'll keep printing. It doesn't matter who's here. They'll just keep printing. That's what they're going to do. Let's look at some charts. Okay, you guys can see this. I can see it. Okay, charts. Big charts. All right, this is SPY, spiders. Kind of struggling a little bit today, working on a little bit. There's a bearish divergence happening on triple Q and SPY. I am not a huge fan of either. I'm shorting individual stocks. I'm not shorting indexes yet, but I may. Probably not today. Today is option expiration. Weird shit happens on option expiration. Let's go through some Mag 7. Apple consolidating. This may break out finally, and my AAPU calls will be printing. That's why we're holding. But I trimmed. I think I was long 60 of them. Now I'm only long 30. A lot of my members ask, why are you trimming? I go like, and then a lot of my members go like, why do you like taking losses? That's because I like doubling my account every year. That's why. That's kind of counterintuitive, but the members who know me know me. Netflix had earnings. I guess this is what happens even with great earnings, right? The stock goes down $60 because it's just so pumped up with air that, I mean, it's not a disaster. But then you talk about air, pumped up with air. Here's one, Robinhood. It just goes up $5, $7 every day. There it is. There's one. Look at that chart. You see, invest. Look, if you invested in Robinhood, where would you be? You wouldn't worry about your insurance premiums going up. Nvidia, new high. Almost a new high. Microsoft, new high. Yeah, pretty close. Meta, pretty close. Actually, Meta is rolling over. Google. Yeah, just keep chugging along. Some of the stocks that we're watching or we're in it. Well, actually, let me go through the positions anyway. AAPU I did. This is fuel cell. I'm short puts, long calls. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So let me talk about the two shorts. Well, let's go through the longs first. This is TSSI. Yeah, we're reversing today. But was short, had the pullback, made money on the downside. Now we reverse, go long. Okay, this is SoundHound. I'm trimming my longs. I don't care who says what. Nice charts. I like these charts. I think market's overbought here. Maybe it'll have like a 3 to 5% correction, and I don't need to be involved in it. Here's SoFi. Let's see if it's MACD is rolling over. Ooh, big key reversal day. Where are we? 2156. Just ended at 2150 for me. Please. No, MACD's not rolling over. Well, it's kind of rolling over, but it's not. It hasn't given the signal yet. But today's reversal day is pretty nasty, but pretty decent volume. Yeah, we're short the stock, so we just wanted to stay at 2150 or a penny above today. So options expire worthless, and we write them again on Monday for weekly options. Here's my other short. Now this is the bubble of all bubbles, Joby Aviation. You guys see what's happening here? Okay, this is the EV tolls. This is the flying taxis or flying cars or whatever the F they are. Stock was $7, just 17 now. It's selling at almost 2.5 times its 200 EMA. I'm shorting the stock. I think at best this is a $10 number, but then when you're shorting things, you got to be really, really careful. You can't mess around with these. You have to protect yourself. That's why you short puts. As soon as you short the stock, you short the puts. You take in premium, increase your cost basis. So that's what we're doing. When this ends, it could end. I don't know when it's going to end, but when it ends, it's going to end in tears. It's going to end with a bunch of bag holders. I will not go long this, but I will hedge, and then lift the hedges off when it's about to tank. And we don't know when, but it seems like everybody's in the boat, looking at the volume and looking at the degree of the ascent. It's called parabolic, right? Could it go higher? Yeah, there's a big short position in there, but there's also this company, by the way, as of today, is worth $14.5 billion market capitalization. They do not have, okay, listen to this, folks. They do not have one single red cent of revenue yet. Forget profits. You guys think, Palantir is expensive. This company doesn't have $1 worth of revenue. It is selling twice the valuation of Alaska Airlines. It is selling higher valuation than American Airlines, and it is selling about 75% of Southwest Airlines. You guys figured that out yet? Okay. So yeah, they keep pumping it, and when the musical chairs ends. But that's why I size correctly. I short things, but then I do it with sense and sensibility. SoFi is not there. So yeah, this one, we don't know when it's going to end. It will, who knows? We could go to 25. I don't know. There's a little gamma squeeze happening in here for sure. Short squeeze is for sure happening. Let's look at some other charts that people ask me about. Tesla still going sideways. Yeah, still going sideways, squeezing itself in there. We will definitely trade Tesla or TSLL when it comes up on a breakout or a breakdown. Either way. A lot of stocks have just gone into stratosphere. I don't know how to deal with them when they do that kind of thing, such as Palantir. Well, Palantir is down, I think, today a little bit. Yeah, it's just down a touch. But look, it's just higher highs, higher lows, right? Hood, obviously, is another one. Let me look at my watch list and then put out a couple of names. Well, Apple, we want to go up for sure, but we'll see. I just can't get a hold of Alibaba. I love the Chinese market, actually. Chinese stocks. Yeah, see, it broke. This is called a whipsaw. I had this lines drawn. That's why technical analysis sometimes is garbage. It's a beautiful wedge, right? And it broke itself under the wedge today and then reversed, of course. Because all the people who watch technicals, they would have shorted it or got out that day. It broke below the 200 EMA, and then, sure enough, of course, it reversed. And I go like, yeah, it broke down. I shouldn't buy it. At least I didn't short it, thank God. I like that one. I like Billy, which is the YouTube of China. It's been doing really well. Let's look at Amazon. Look at some more Max 7 stuff. Yeah, just grinding until fire. Here's a nosebleed one. AST Space Mobile. They have a little bit of revenue, unlike Joby Aviation. At least no profits on any of these companies. There's another one, Rocket Lab. Look, man, it's not for me to question. The market's pricing it this here. That's your scoreboard. If the price is here, you can argue, create all the biases for yourself. Say, oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. I'm like, bro, the price is in front of your nose. You can argue with it all you want, right? It's going to get you to the poorhouse. Oh, IBIT, Bitcoin, obviously, still hanging around 120, just consolidating. Beautiful. This is the BlackRock ETF. John, if you're still here, we talked about it, remember? We talked about it, sir. We talked about it. I gave you the playbook. That's why he goes, you're buying next time, John. And let's see. What's something worth mentioning? A little bit of a tip. So when people ask me, say, Serge, give me a tip. I go, tips are at the horse races, buddy. Oh, Coinbase reversing. Gosh, I put it in the chat when it was up $35. I said, I want to short all of these and go away for 10 days. That is one nasty reversal day. 444 high, 410. Circle reversing, of course. They passed what they say, right? On Wall Street, buy a rumor, sell on fact. The rumor was they're going to pass the crypto bill. They did, and look what happens to them, right? And then everybody goes, "Oh, they passed the crypto bill. Let me just go." Retail goes, "Let me just go run, buy some of this shit." I'm like, "Yeah, good luck." Now you get nailed. Now you'll be a bag holder. CoreWeave. Actually, I like the stock, but it needs to come down to about 75 levels for me. Gold. We have a trade in gold. We're just waiting, man. That thing is going to, once it breaks out, that thing is going to 4,000. So if that goes to 4,000, what's going to happen to NUGT, which is the 2x ETF of gold miners? I'm going to be on this trade like white on rice, but we wait patiently, we wait. EV Go, is it time to get back with my girlfriend? No. Fuel cell. What kind of volume was there on that move? Because we do own a bunch of that stuff. Ooh. 60, 80,000 shares. I mean, we'll take it. Okay. Maybe we do have a shot of. Okay. Cool. We'll just keep those. Gold we looked at. What else we got? Oh, we got LAC. Okay. Okay. We'll add to that on a little bit of more of a pullback, about 3 range. Here's another one. They did a secondary. This is one of my member stocks. MP Metals. they did a secondary. Stock didn't even go down. I mean, this is how much appetite there is for these companies. Look at those things. I wouldn't dare short that. Ooh, MicroStrategy down $25. Yeah, sell the news. Sell the news. Somebody asked me in my member group, should we buy MSTZ, which is 2x bearish ETF? Metaplanet, which is the strategy of Japan. No, you need to go to 6 before I look at you. Yeah, there's one. Twitter is full of FinTwits. Buy Oscar, buy Oscar. I was long Oscar. I made a shit ton of money, and then I bailed out on that thing. I'll give it a crack at about 11.5, maybe. I go, buy Oscar. We're going to be millionaires. Fucking thing is down 50%. What's wrong with these people, man? What else we got? I don't know. If you guys have any questions, please. Oh, Reddit is rallying. Yeah, Reddit is one of my favorites, actually. Reddit and Lemonade. I like those two. Oh, gosh. Why does it do that? Why does it go to the 50 EMA and hold it? And FYI, for people who do follow me, I sold 50% of my positions in my investment account of Unity software. I paid about 21 and a half. It almost got to 40. My target was 40. I sold 50%. So if you are following me there, the other three stocks I have in my long-term account is Kava. I own shares, and my puts are expiring. Cash secured puts are expiring today. I own Google. I bought all these, luckily, at the right places. I love Google. I think it's the cheapest Mag 7, and I own Nike. That's it. Those four stocks. Um, what else? Everything's turning red, huh? Except the one I'm short. Some bitch. Look at SoFi. They have it pegged at 21 and a half. They're going to make me watch that thing, man. I mean, I'm short. I'm happy it's red, but I would have liked 21.51 close. Okay, market. Mr. Market Maker, can you help me with that? Please help me. Ooh, TSSI rallying now. We'll sell some more calls and create the perfect strangle right there. Okay, that's good. United down to 280s. Wow. Is it time? No. I'm going to do something with Lulu. I would like it to make it lower low, though. One of my members just put up Urban Outfitters. Looks beautiful. Just ready to spring. Waiting for the 50 EMA to come up. And yeah, we're going to trade that one for sure. I don't know. That's about it, folks. So what I'm going to do now is, yeah, I'm just going to wait and go to the front, answer some questions. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Oh, let me put my face up here. Yeah, I'll give it a shot about 12, maybe. I don't know. I was long. If you're following me enough, you see my positions. Go back to the community page and look at my positions.